angry, Ozzy. 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 Angry, Ozzy. 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 Angry.
All right, rocking into live stream Up-Palooza, and we'll see what happens tonight. Am I completely out of practice being away for almost an entire week, just off having a good time, being self-indulgent? Well, we'll wait and see who shows up. Going to make myself a pretty blue drink. Or is it green? It's blue-green. It's turquoise. Pour myself a decent serve. And get some accoutrements. Hey, Jude, thank you for popping in to say hi. I appreciate all visits, even flying visits. I'm just chilling out. Just started, so it's a bit quiet while we wait for people to appear. Peeling some orange to make my drink look nice and give it a bit of flavor. And then Mrs. Angry gets to use the peel in her hot chocolate in the morning, give her hot chocolate a bit of flavor. I still got leftover Halloween candy. Well, it wasn't that long ago. I'm not surprised you have some leftovers. Having been in the US at Halloween tripped me right out, the sheer scale of the Halloween candy. It was overwhelming, really. Disconcerting even. But I loved it. The excesses need to be in the US at Christmas. Maybe somewhere where it snows at Christmas. I've been there on the 4th of July. That was a good time, blowing shit up. Been there at Halloween, and that was a good time seeing the absolute excesses of decorations and candies in stores. I need to be there at Christmas. Oh, yes, Jude, that's a good hack. Go the day after to get discounts. The stores here, that used to be the case here, but the stores here have started taking stuff off the shelves. And I think the idea is they knew people were holding off and getting it the day after. So they stopped having it on the shelf the day after. And so people got used to the idea they couldn't wait until after and they had to buy it ahead of time. I don't know what they do with it. If they maybe put it in their warehouse outlets, like your $2 shops or whatever. That's not universally the case, but it's mostly the case. Oh. Tasty. You're affronted, Jude. Yeah, no, it's the whole thing because, you used to get cheap chocolates after Valentine's Day, cheap chocolates after Easter, cheap treats after Halloween, cheap treats after Christmas, and they just don't. freeze it and bring it out the next year. They would if they could. My understanding of such things is that doesn't work. So yeah, I don't know if they think it's in their economic interest to just trash it all, or if it, like, as it goes to their like factory outlets, or maybe they even give it to a charity, and then they get to write it. Actually, maybe they do that because then they get to write it off as a tax dodge as well. That would actually make sense if they were doing that. Man, that's got a really interesting flavor, that drink. It's been sitting for about a week because I went away, but doesn't taste the same as I remember it tasting. It's not bad. It's just different. Speaking of candy, look at my bright blue-green drink. Pretty much tastes like candy. Doesn't have that much sugar in it. But it's tasty clarified cocktail with, what did I put in it? Rum, blue curacao, white cryptic. Actually, it's got a couple of liqueurs. It is actually really sweet. I should probably actually drink it as a highball with soda water to dilute the sugar a bit. Dude, I love the idea of repackaging Halloween stuff for Christmas. Like they get to take it back to a factory and unwrap it and smoosh stuff together. Dude, Australia deserves Thanksgiving. We don't have an even passing mention of Thanksgiving here. It's interesting because as far as some poo-poo people say, like, oh, Halloween's American. Well, Americans turbocharged Halloween, but it owes its beginnings to the Celtic pagan New Year festival of Samhain. And it's All Hallows Eve, Halloween. So it's not American, but America turbocharged it. But we don't have an even passing reference to Thanksgiving, because that is purely American Thanksgiving, built on lies or half-truths. Dude, I'm sure you get some Americans in Australia inviting people over for a Thanksgiving, but I mean, Halloween's gone mainstream. And of course, the modern visualization of Christmas in Western or English-speaking countries mostly owes the appearance to ads for Coca-Cola, which I think was in the 1800s. Coca-Cola Santa origin. When did the Coca-Cola Santa first appear? 31. So we are not far off the 100-year anniversary of the Coca-Cola rendition of Santa Claus, which is the dominant representation of Santa Claus in English-speaking countries. Dude, it's gonna all but obsolete. Halloween decorations have to fight for space. The Christmas decorations on the same display. Well, here the in-store stuff flipped from Halloween to Christmas the day after Halloween. There were no Christmas decorations before then, but there were some Christmas things. And the day after Christmas, supermarkets will put hot cross buns on the shelf. Yes, they do. They do wait here, Jude. But it's all capitalism in the end. Playing with the comment stuff here. Yeah, I think I prefer tall to wide and regular. Yeah, I think I prefer tall. Leave that there. I was hoping to get a few people in tonight to be a brains trust. I was going to talk about some cocktail channel things and see what is what. Jude, you're watching the comments showing up in two places. Yeah. Safa, did we have Christmas tree? We had a silver Christmas tree. Artificial, obviously, but not even a green artificial tree. It was silver tinsely. Safa had schnitzel and potato. I thought it was like snitches, like Dr. Seuss there, your creative spelling. My dinner was chicken drumsticks, my packaged meals. 'Tis the season for holiday drinks. Yeah, I probably should try to come up with a Christmas drink. I already put up my eggnog video saying, no, make your eggnog now so it's suitably aged for Christmas. But I've got a bit of time to think about it. What would Christmas drinks be? My biggest audience block for my cocktail channel is American. The Australian component's really small, so I shouldn't really care about the season reversal. I should just pretend I'm in America. I love that, Jude. For Halloween, call it Dead Nog. No, my Halloween themed videos was one is how to make a clear ice skull for your drink, and the other one was a very red drink called Satan's Soul. Safa, yes, young Mr. Angry. I guess he's not such a cocktail guy like me. He likes your standard sort of mixes. He likes like flavored Kraken spiced rum. Hello, Heine. How are you doing? Well, I went away with Mrs. Angry for 4 days, so the last stream I did was last Thursday. We just went on the Bellarine Peninsula, just past Geelong, but lots of good places we went to. The Flying Bricks Cider House. We stayed at a wine estate, McGlashan's. They have what they call eco villas, quite nice accommodation. Went to a distillery called the Whiskery. Went to a restaurant called Basil's Farm. And also the place we were staying, we had a balcony with a barbecue on it. So I cooked barbecue a couple of times. It's good. Yes, had fun. Yes, there were a lot of cocktails over the weekend. At Flying Brick and at McGlashan's and where else at the Whiskery. We had a good time. Yeah, Shadow is still with us, Jude. She's, I don't know where she is. She never comes up here when I'm on the stream. She'll jump on the lounge when Mrs. Angry and I are on the lounge. She'll sleep on our bed. But she never comes in here. Oh God, Supper. The drive there took half an hour longer than it should have because we went on Friday afternoon and getting through Melbourne was a fucking nightmare. It was a real grind. So it's normally like an hour and a half to get there. and it took over 2 hours to get there on Friday. Whereas the drive back, totally smooth, hour and a half. That half hour of being just bumper to bumper. Oh, what a fucking drag. But, I was with Mrs. Angry, and so we were just having nice chats and chilling and just trying not to get stressed by how heavy the traffic was. But yeah, half an hour of bumper to bumper traffic will fucking stress you out. But weird, petrol's way cheaper in and around Geelong than it is in Melbourne. Is it because the refineries are there? I don't know, but it was like 60 cents a litre cheaper. It was like $2.20 in my suburb, and it was like $1.60 in Geelong and the surrounds. Due to 11-year-old Hanny Kitty hiding a broken molar for a few months. Got so bad she couldn't eat. Tooth is pulled, now she's eating everything. Oh, that's good. So if I don't live in the city, I live in the suburbs. There's not really any choice but to go. Well, I don't go through the CBD, actually. That's not strict. You go towards the city, and then you're on the roads that go around at the West Gate. So I had to go to the city, but I didn't go like through the CBD. You get to the edge of it, and then you turn off. But it was the whole sort of road going up there, across the bridge, and for, I don't know, 10 or 20 kilometers past that was just fucking bumper to bumper. But then it opened up. There's not the ring road, not really. The Westgate Tunnel's not open, if that's what you're asking, Safa, but it could see all the structures for it. But yes, I'll probably be tempted to go through the tunnel just to see what it's like when it's open. It'd be a slightly weird vibe. I think like you have to try not to think of the tons and tons of rock and water above your head when you're going through it. Very unnatural to go under all that stuff. But I mean, the Westgate Bridge isn't the only way to get to Geelong. I could literally go through the CBD and then through the suburbs like Footscray and whatever, but that would add another hour to the trip. So in practical terms, the only realistic way to get to Geelong from where I am, the other side of the city, not the western side, is by going over the Westgate Bridge. There are other ways to theoretically get there. They're just not very practical. Madam Butterfly, hello. How are you? Got a little hockey puck of clear ice here. I mixed myself a drink. I wasn't going to make any widgers tonight, although I was. If we get enough of a crowd in here, I do want to talk about videos. I don't have an e-tag, so I just avoid toll roads. Of course, if I was going somewhere where the toll road seemed like a big option, I'd just do it, because all you have to do is, even like within 24 hours, just go on the website and say, hey, I went on the tollway. This is my license plate. Here's my credit card. I just want to pay for that one trip. Looks like my glass has blue marbles in it. Those are cherries, Maraska cherries. My all-time favorite, Luxardo Maraska cherries, or maraschino cherries. I think I want to make an old-fashioned Or do I want to have one of my batch drinks? I still have, I think, my barrel-aged chocolate Sazerac and my rum old-fashioned. Actually, and I've definitely got a brandy old-fashioned over there. Safa, 1 week. Can I ask how busy on Monday and Tuesday? Yeah. I was in the Bellarine Peninsula on Monday and Tuesday. Didn't go into the office this week, which is fucking cool. So it's like the best part of 2 weeks of not going into the office, which is just fucking awesome. So I won't be going back into the office till Monday. Alright, yeah, I think I will. Oh, God, I was going to do tastes. I might do that a little bit later. Different honey liqueurs I have. Decide which is my favorite. Brandy, rum. Oh, maybe rum. I was going to go brandy. I might go rum. Rum old-fashioned. Barrel aged. Lots of enough. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right. Close that up. Let's can go. I enjoy. Well, I mean, it's Geelong. I guess it's the bush, clean country air. Lots of birds, nice sunsets over the vineyard where we were staying. Yeah, the hinges on the cupboard are a bit noisy. So, but it was very nice. We had the one hot day, and then the next day it just pissed down with rain. But we're okay. I had a car, went to a few places, chilled out. It was good. Safi went to Diwali festival. Nice. Indian food music. There was a Diwali festival in a park just down the road from my place. Mrs. Angry and I went there. It was big, very popular. A lot of Indian people in the surrounding suburbs. It was like there was food trucks, and the line at the food trucks was fucking ridiculous. So I was kind of glad I'd already had dinner before I went there. I was thinking, was that a waste? Am I going to get some food here? But the lines at the food trucks were absolutely ridiculous. It looked like it was like a half-hour wait to get food, and it's just like, standing in line for that long is just not my vibe. I can't do it, or I'm very loath to do it. Certainly not for food, because it's like when I'm in the city and either in lunchtime or dinner time, and you see some food venues have a really long line of people waiting, and it's like, it's obviously gone, viral on social media. This place is the best noodles, or the best dumplings, or the best pizza, or fucking whatever. And so everyone goes there, lines up, and it's going. And look, it may well be the best, but this place here, without a line at all, is also very good. It, like, literally might not be as good as that place. Like, it might not just be hype. It might literally be the best. But the best with a half-hour plus lineup versus good with no lineup, I'm almost always going to go good with no lineup, because, just the idea of lining up for half an hour or more for food just when there are really good options all around is just a fucking drag as far as I'm concerned. Oh, oof, that's strong. My rum old fashioned is really exactly, Safa. It's not just my old legs can't take it anymore. My old brain has no patience, and it just seems like a waste of my limited time on this earth to stand in line. Also, I never understood it. Like people in their limited lunchtime, like people get anywhere between I don't know, half an hour to an hour. Most people don't have an hour. Most people have somewhere between half an hour, 45 minutes for lunch, and they spend nearly all of it standing in line for something. And I guess they talk about that. That just doesn't seem good. We had an apple crumble for dessert. I was about to say I didn't have a dessert, but I did. I'm making these. I'm trying to be, fucking keto man, and I do this stuff where low sugar jelly mixed with Greek yogurt. So you get these sachets of low sugar jelly, and they say add 500 mils water, and I add 250 mils of hot water to liquefy the thing, and then add 250 grams of Greek yogurt and whiz it up. Just got like a hand mixer, and then put that in little containers and sit it in the fridge to set, because it sets because of the jelly element. And so you get this sort of creamy jelly dessert, which is quite simple, but nice. It's a nice little treat, and it's a comparatively lower calorie treat. Me trying to do, but I had so many good desserts. God, I should post pictures of my desserts. I'll do it. I'll put them on Discord, because I don't think I posted dessert pictures on Discord. What would be the appropriate channel for, what do we got? Secrets, general news, spicy news, videos, memes and joke, cocktails, bar chat, cocktail, Christmas cocktails. Okay. Sightseeing pics after. I love that we've still got an after party. We have not been doing after parties for years. Okay, I'll put them in sightseeing because it was on my weekend away. And I just posted nice scenic views. I'm going to post a bunch of dessert pictures. I'm also going to do my high cheese. That wasn't actually a dessert. But I'll post it anyway. So I had a lot of desserts over the weekend. And then I'll share when they actually upload. Oh, I think they're uploaded. I'll share them on here. Safa, yeah, the new home delivery stuff is good. It's smaller meal size, so it's calorie deficit food, which I kind of need, but they are actually really tasty. Last night, I think it was like a lot of them are sort of versions of wraps, like actual breads, and they say like, microwave for 2 minutes, but when it's a wrap, what I do is microwave it for a minute or two so it's heated through, and then I put it on the sandwich press so the wrap gets a bit crispy and toasted. Dude, Bob has to have keto bread for diabetes. I'm trying to avoid diabetes. My doctor warned me. Let me go sightseeing pics. Did that load? It did. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you. This is dessert porn. We'll go to Le Discord. Okay. So I'll just adjust this. So this is high cheese. So this is not, there's dessert on here. So it's 3 tiers. The top tier there is a cheese souffle. Then there's a baked camembert in honey. And there's some mozzarella balls in a spiced olive oil. And then there's just some fruit and stuff and crackers to put stuff on. The bottom rack, which is actually slightly out of focus, has some cheesy croquettes. And there's a thing, it was like mascarpone, so it's like cream cheese. It's almost like cheesecake with honey. And the thing on the right is a little baked cheesecake, basically. Okay, this one. So just a meringue. That looks like a nice meringue. And then you crack it. Oh, what the fuck is this doing to me? You crack it, and there's apple crumble inside the meringue. This was so sweet. This was my dessert. It's so sweet. It was so fun. Freaking yummy. That's from a place called Basil's Farm. And this was Mrs. Angry's dessert at the same place. There's a trifle, like in a wine goblet, beautifully presented. Also, I don't know if you noticed, it's a really good view over here. That's the bay in the background. It's quite a nice setting. But that was pretty good. And this was a dessert at the Flying Brick Cider House. That's like a little chocolate lava cake, and you got some ice cream in there between those orange slices, which is nice. That was Mrs. Angry's dessert, although I did have a taste of it. This was mine, creme brulee, with a little shortbread biscuit with chocolate cream in it and some fruits on the side. That was a really good creme brulee. Very good. I think that's okay. Yeah, so that's all the desserts I had on the weekend. It's all very good. EOR, hello. Safa's got some brie cheese. Brie cheese is good. Restaurant photography? Yeah, I've been doing Google reviews for all the places I go to, and Google gets really needy, saying, "Do some more." Oh, you're an expert reviewer now. Do some more. It's like, shut up, you needy bitch. Yeah, hello. Have you heard me with Over the Pay Grade? Look, dude, this is why I work. So have you had a creme brulee on your mum's birthday? Creme brulee is good. When it's good. And that was a good creme brulee. It was very yummy. I did very much like it. But yeah, so we had a pretty decadent weekend. Oh, Jude, from what I've seen, the places I go, the photos they have on their websites are better than the photos I take. Like I'm literally just, snapping with the phone. But it is really funny. I started doing Google reviews because one of the places Mrs. Angry and I go to regularly for our date nights, they're just saying like, I don't know if they asked us to do a review, but they did definitely mention that some shithead had left a really negative review on Google, which was frustrating for them because you can't do anything about it. This person's just being a shithead. And this place I went to was really good. So the person posting a shitty review was definitely doing just being a shithead. Roella dude, hello. Having a problem with TaskView on Windows 11. What is TaskView? I don't think it is. Windows 11 generally can cause issues, I think. But anyway, so the reason I started doing the Google reviews was because this one venue I like, which is called Mr. and Mrs. P, said they'd had a shitty review, and I said, that's not fair. Everything here is great. And so I went on and gave them a 5-star Google review. And then I just started doing that for the places we go to on date nights. Even if I was being super tough, I'd go, well, this place doesn't technically deserve 5 stars. I just give everyone 5 stars because, they're all working hard. And then there was this one place that was relatively new and was at the high on the building with big views. And in fact, young Mr. Angry was working there at the time. And so I booked there for Mrs. Angry's birthday. And the day before we were going there, they just cancelled our booking with no explanation. And young Mr. Angry told me, some corporate fuck had booked out the whole place and they cancelled their orders Yes, Safa remembers. Gave him a 1 star because they cancelled our reservation with no warning and no reason, just because some corporate fucks had booked the place out. So I take great joy in. I've got like 20 reviews of places on there now, all 5 stars, except these one pricks who has 1 star. And I said, why? I said, these guys cancelled our reservation, which was for my partner's birthday, and they cancelled it for no reason, absolutely inexcusable. I was like, fuck these guys. Yeah, you called a place in Montana. What's happening in Montana? I've never been to Montana. Montana to me is like, frontier country. Cowboys. Wild times. Is it? Oh, and he's asking about Task Manager. Probably something Microsoft needs to patch. Yeah. Yeah, what's happening with your typing? What's happening there? Is it getting out of control? That happens sometimes. Well, you know what? I was going to change the view for myself here. See, now I almost never do the full screen, I think, but now with the comments enlarged, I can go big screen and I can read them all. You open up Task Manager, it took 15 seconds to load the graphs. I haven't seen it before. Yeah. In my workplace, everyone was gradually forced onto Windows 11. And there were definitely some issues. So why is Microsoft refunding Office 365 customers? I would not use that outside of work. Even though, like, Microsoft keeps popping up things like, oh, do you want online storage? Oh, do you want to try? No, like, get fucked, you needy bitch. And they all do it. It's like, it's like Chrome. If it goes, oh, we're not your preferred browser. We're not the default. Do you want to make us the default? You go, bitch, if I wanted to make you the default, you'd be the fucking default. And because on my different computers, I tend to, because I have multiple YouTube accounts, I have I'm logged into the different accounts on different browsers. It's just easier that way. And so what I find sometimes, like I open Chrome and I open a few windows on that. That's got one of my YouTube accounts. Then I open Microsoft Edge, and I just go to open it, and it's like it's so desperate for me to use it, it will replicate all the tabs I have on Chrome, and I'm like, get fucked. If I wanted all those tabs on this browser, I'd open it. Stop being so fucking needy, honestly. So the refund was because of forcing Copilot? Oh, right. It was the deceptive roping you into paying for Copilot. Yes, I'm not paying for any of that AI shit. It's all bullshit and burning trees and wasting money. I'll play with it and mess with it, but I'm not fucking paying with it. Not paying for it. Fuck that. Yeah, China's getting halting without cancelling on Amazon priority. Fucked you twice. I'm not sure what that means. But I certainly know in the US, with the weirdness of Trump and tariffs and not tariffs, shipping anything from overseas is very fraught right now because it's all fucking weird. Yep, had Windows 11 for a while. I think I had, just some laptops had Windows 11 when I got the laptop. Yes, Safa, the New York mayoral election was very interesting. Zahran Mamdani, the mayor, African-born, parents from India. He's Muslim. He's like the second youngest mayor ever. Self-described democratic socialist. Crazy times. Oh God! Are you trying to get your mum's printer to work to print paychecks? Jeez, printers are the fucking worst, honestly. I technically have a printer at home, but I have to go through so much fuckery to set it up. When anyone says, "Hey, is the printer working?" I just go, "No." It's ugh. It's just ugh. I'm just going to express myself with fucking sound, because that sums up my feeling better than words do. So it's just ugh. I'm not at all happy. So for printers have driver choice, printers have bullshit where their printer ink is the most expensive liquid on the planet. Not even an exaggeration. And they refuse to work. Mrs. Angridge is messaging me. She's having a bit of cider. So one of the things we did at the Flying Brick cidery is they have these big bottles like flagons they call growlers. You get them filled up, and you can take them back and get them filled up relatively cheaply. And they had a limited flavor of their cider called a toddy, and it's got, I think, rum in it. It's really fucking nice. So we got a big thing of that. And no, I did not go via Dr. Abigail's on my way back from Geelong. That would have been quite a bit out of my way. Good call on Mrs. Angry's part, actually, having some of that cider. It's super fucking yummy. But the default Flying Brick is like my favorite default cider. The default ones you get in cans from them are original, draft, and sweet, I think. Original's the best. I'll suffer. Well, again, US cider depends what you're calling cider then, really. You always say, Lex Mark, it's an update made so even working official cartridge. Oh, they're all fucked. The things the printer companies do to try and control your behavior is super fucked and should be illegal. But whereas under, the DMCA, it's actually illegal to work around the fuckery of these companies, and it shouldn't be. It's like your device, you should be able to do whatever you want with it. Time for something non-alcoholic. Oh, okay. Well, there's two sorts of cider, dude. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic. The one we got, definitely alcoholic. In fact, I think it's like about 7%. It's about twice the average for cider. It's super friggin' yummy. It's also inspired me. Like, I want to make my own. Like, I'm thinking, this is my grand plan of making my own. Basically, get some cider. I could just do this. This is my spiced apple liqueur. This has a mix of rum, whiskey, brandy, and my spiced apple brown sugar syrup. And this is really yum. I could mix that in with the cider and then barrel age it. I think that's my next barrel project, actually. barrel-aged cider toddies. Yeah, I remember using syringes to inject printer ink, trying to debate the cheap. Oh, I had that as well. I had a printer that, well, I don't know if they wanted to let you do it. But the place where I got it, besides you had the default cartridges, but yeah, then they would give you a syringe to pump more ink into that. I had that one time. Strictly Sega. Have I tried that cider made by Dickens? Does anyone have a Dickens cider? I thoroughly appreciate that joke, Strictly Sega. You want a more extreme version? It's an in-joke we had. Like when you have share houses and you're young, I think you end up with a whole bunch of in-jokes that you think are stupidly funny and no one else understands. And one we would do in one of my shared houses, like two people talking. So like, hello, I'm Andrew. What's your name? My name's Dick. Hello, Dick. Nice to meet you. What do you do for a job? I work for a law firm in the city. And you go, oh, is it a big firm, Dick? And we thought that was hilarious. Is it a big firm, Dick? Thank you for the welcome back, Strictly Sega. Suffer, I'm just going with my default favorite, the lime lemon. Well, I could have got one. Like I've got 4 or 5 other flavors out there. I could have done one of those. But I do think I've settled on my next barrel project. It's definitely going to be a cider toddy. Might even make it tomorrow. I don't know. Madam Butterfly, going back to sleep. Time change in the US. Now I come on at 3 a.m. Yay, party night tomorrow. Yeah, do you have friends who went into law? Yeah. I'm not sure the law is a good thing. So, like now we've got a bit of conversing happening. Let's see, I gotta look at some different things. Still think like, what YouTube am I logged into on this browser? Angry Aussie. Okay, that is not so much the one I wanted. I wanted my cocktail channel. Let's go. What YouTube am I logged to on this one? What do we do now? Oh God, that's that anonymous one. See if I can. Oh wow, I logged into Ask Mistress M on here at one point. Okay. Wait, this one. Yes, I want It's Angry Aussie. Oof. Got to try and remember. Oh no, wait. That is wait. That is not the one I want. What am I doing? Here's another account. Okay. We go. That's it. Angry Cocktails at Gmail. It is remembering me. Wonder if anyone ever emails that Gmail account because I literally never use it. No, it's remembering the wrong password. Okay. No, that's wrong. I have mnemonics for passwords, and I just have to remember which one I used for this account. Okay, one more try, and then I'll probably get locked out. Oh, wait, I think I got it right. Oh, my God, on the 5th account. Wow, okay. I got to open the Google app on my phone. Wait, Google. Are you trying to log into this account? Yes, I am. Yes, it's me. Update that password on here. Yes, that's the right backup stuff. I do not want to give you my home address, Google. Fuck off. Okay. Sorry, an ABC article, alcohol industry explores smaller packaging for promiscuous customers. That's weird. Okay. Rock and roll. All right, what are we doing here? There's a bunch of fudging around. You have a double shot of vodka you probably drink. This early in the morning for you. Maybe you shouldn't. Yes, Streaky Sega, the classic Monty Python. And now time for a massage from the Swedish Prime Minister. Want to do a long party night? I mean, probably. Oh, yeah, no, I literally have, but I have the password book in another room. And like I've written it down in a book, and people said, "Oh, what if someone breaks in and gets the book?" And I'm like, if someone's breaking into my house, I've got worse problems than my fucking online passwords, honestly. Oh, man. That mineral water is really good. Okay, so I'm not making any cocktail videos tonight, but I wanted to have a conversation about what I should be doing because, like, my channel's doing fuck all. So I feel like I need to look at channels that are doing well. Now, without a doubt, and yes, look, we've done this conversation before, but I need to revisit it. Without a doubt, the Ascendant top channel on in Cocktail World on YouTube is Anders Ericsson. There's a few channels that have a lot of subscribers, but the views are really shit. Safa, I don't have any security cameras. I have considered it, but I don't have any. I'll show you what I'm looking at, though. Okay. Yes. Streaky say, bye, Rush. There are all these people who promise to get you views, and they go, oh, they're real views. And it's not real organic views. It's a waste of money. So these are all cocktail or alcohol related channels I'm subscribed to. And you see they're all getting kind of serious. Like Louis there, who has a restaurant and he specializes in tequila stuff. 10,000 is not bad. But also if we look at his channel, what's he got? He's got almost 100,000 subscribers and, getting 10,000 views, which is honestly not bad. It's very hard for a lot of channels to get views more than 10% of their thing. So you see, subscribe to a bunch of smaller channels. Okay, now this guy, Make and Drink, 4.8 thousand views. What's his subscribers? He's got 50,000 subscribers. So he's also getting about 10%. Booze on the Rocks was like a small channel that was getting into the mid-range. What's he? He's got, okay. See, this is one where it's out of whack. He's got 75,000 subscribers, but he's only getting, he's not even cracking 5%. Look at his videos. Getting a couple thousand views. So he's not even cracking, most of his videos are not even cracking 5% of his subscriber count. And Dave's great. His channel's great. But YouTube is fucking tough, man. Another couple smaller channels with just a few. They're like got the same struggle that I have. I'm trying to find end. So Steve the Bartender is Australia's biggest channel. So okay, like 800,000 subscribers. But you look at his recent videos, they're only getting, 23,000 is a lot for Halloween, but like 9,000. That for some reason got 126,000, 14,000, 100,000. So some of them are doing really well. And this one's 5,000, 14,000. So he's on average getting way less than 5% of his subscriber count. But again, top bloke. Educated Barfly. This is, again, a channel that grew a fair bit. So he's got 500,000 subscribers. You look at his recent videos, 4,000, 12,000, 7.9, 14. So again, getting less than 5% of his subscriber count in terms of views. So it's fucking brutal. Find another one. Truffles on the Rocks. Here's another one. Big subscriber count, but struggling for views. 151,000 subscribers. Like 3,000, 9,000, 7,000, 20,000, 7,000, 8,000. Again, struggling to get more than 5% of his subscriber count as views. But again, great channel with really good content. High production. But I've got to find Anders. Where's Anders Eriksson? He'll be in here somewhere. Steve the Bartender. A lot of small channels. Okay, here's another one. Whiskey Tribe. They're whiskey, not cocktails. Oops. And I do love their channel. And I love everything about them. So, yeah, 543,000 subscribers. And you look at the thing, 20,000, 17,000, 20,000. Again, struggling to get more than 5%, sometimes hitting 10% of their subscriber count. And that's a really good channel with really diehard fans. So, yeah, a whole bunch of smaller channels. I got to find Anders because he's the king at the moment, I reckon. Okay, so Anders, 75,000 views, so immediately higher things. But what's his percentage? So he's got over 612,000. Look at his things, 75, 80, 50. So he's consistently getting 10 to even 20% of his things. And that puts him, it's weird. He's getting views that are 10 to 20% of his subscriber count, and he's so far ahead of the others who are struggling to get 5%. YouTube's just fucking weird, is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm struggling with, basically. Oh, so you can say, learn how to speak Mandarin. Interestingly, YouTube has started doing this AI dubbing thing, which is amazing. And again, there are, of course, a lot of different languages across India as well. I'm not an expert, but I know there are quite a few different languages in the different states. It's like a central thing in the movie Lion, which was inspired by the true story of a sort of lost Indian boy who ended up being adopted by Australians, but then decided to go and try and find his family in India because he really just got lost. He wasn't an orphan. He got lost and went to find them. But even within India, he had the problem of, I think, like he fell asleep on a train and woke up in a different state and everyone was speaking a different language. So you can say, make cocktails while talking about wrestling. I mean, maybe. I need to do sort of a deep dive. Okay, so here's the funny thing. So Anders is one of the many people who started a YouTube channel during lockdowns, and all the channels, including mine, were getting more views during lockdown than they are now. So, like, if I'm looking at the oldest videos on Anders's channel, his oldest ones, like 250,000, 678,000, 1.2 million. Like he's, 3 million. Often when you look at big channels, their oldest videos have a shit number of views. Anders's old videos have 4 to 10 times more views than his current videos. So that's not much help to me. But yeah, okay, that's not going to help me. So what I should do is find some of the smaller channels that are doing okay, and see where the changing point was. So, like, we go to Booze on the Rocks. What are Dave's oldest videos? Yeah, see, they don't have, his oldest ones don't have a lot of views. Some of them do. It's like I've got to kind of think of how often, actually, if I go right back, how often is, I think Anders is only posting one video a week. That's probably the thing. Okay, I haven't had that much to drink tonight, but enough. So, okay, Rob from Rob Home Bar. He's a Canadian pal. What's he been getting recently? So he's got 20,000 subscribers. But, he less than 1,000 views on a lot of his channels. That one's got Halloween, almost 5,000 views. That's good. Halloween shots, 3,000. But so many of his videos have less than 1,000 views, and he's got 20,000 subscribers. So again, almost everyone, apart from Anders, struggles to get more than 5% of their subscriber count as views. Fucking YouTube makes things so difficult. So how often does Rob post one? 5 days ago, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, Rob's only posting one long video a week. Maybe I should start posting fewer videos but put more effort into each individual video. I don't know. YouTube is a bitch, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm going to try and sleep. I hope you do. Not getting money for being spied on. Oh, dear. So if I'm not so much jealous, but I want to learn, that's the key thing. Like, okay, why does Anders do really well? You nail it down to a few things. And a couple that I can't compare with. Honestly, he's good looking and charming. He's got me beat on that. I'm not sure what I can do to compete with the fact that he's good looking and charming. Also, his videos are shot by his wife, who's a professional photographer. So there's a degree of quality of how his stuff's shot that I just can't match. And it's pointless trying to. It's just like two of his big selling points I can't really compete with. He's handsome and charming, and his videos are shot professionally. I can't compete with those things. But I should try and learn from the other things he does. And I think I'm probably making too many videos and not putting enough effort into each individual video. But it's a struggle. And I was talking about, reinventing the channel anyway, focusing on the hacks. So I might set up some stuff. Tomorrow, I have two in mind that require a bit of work to set them up. One was trying to recreate the cider toddy and barrel age it. Another one, I found this weird recipe that has chocolate milk washed mezcal. And I'm like, yeah, okay. That's interesting. I'll try that. And because that's a bit of faffing around and doing like the milk washing. And I could maybe do a comparison, the milk washed and milk clarified. So you say, where I've got the history, chops, attitude, you make angry cocktail something special, blended old school angry Oz energy with a bar. Sorry, is that Chat GPT? I mean, I do like that Chat GPT answer. Like, I reckon I could play an Anders video without getting content matched. Let's bring him up. I'm gonna. Okay. So Anders videos. What's a successful recent video of his? 60, 50, 114, the haystack. How to order from a bar. Actually, I never watched this video. I think I want to watch it. Okay, it's 13 minutes. Not going to watch all of it. Okay, so okay. We're going to watch an Anders video. I'm not going to do it full screen. I'm going to do a running. What? Oh no, we've had infinite recursion. That's not what I wanted to do. That was weird. A quick bit of infinite recursion. I was sharing the wrong window there. Okay, that's super weird. Why is it doing this? Right, I've got a thing here. Why is it doing this? Okay, share screen. I'll share a window. What the fuck? Okay, we got infinite recursion again. But if I do this, okay, stop sharing. What? Oh God, it's just fucking with me now. Weekend, what the fuck cocktail? Monday mini? You should give me all these notes on Discord. Thirsty Thursday. I think maybe I do need to get more conversational. All right, I'm going to try once more. YouTube. Is very weird what it's doing to me. Okay, we'll go Anders again. Okay. Trying again. ChatGPT just in a filter just spits out crap. Once in a while it says something smart. Yeah, it's throw enough against the wall. Something share screen. I want to share the window. Oh, it's doing it now. It's fucking broken before. Okay. Okay. So we're back with Anders. Okay, I'm going to play a video and give a running commentary about why I think he's popular. I guess I'm going to do this one about ordering at a bar.
Gen Z is not drinking. Robots are bartending. What has the world come to? This is something that I never thought I would have to talk about. But today, I'm going to tell you how to order a drink at a bar, how to interact with people, how to be a real person in the real world, ordering a real drink. Welcome back, friends. It's Anders. Today, we're having a chat. These are 5 tips on how to order a drink at a bar. Believe it or not, there's a lot of anxiety.
Okay, it feels like it's just not showing on the screen.
Guidelines, you'll be more confident in trying something new and going on and ordering.
Is it not showing stuff for everyone else?
This by saying that I spent 20 years of my life behind a bar. actually making drinks. I'm no longer doing that. I'm here on YouTube right now for the foreseeable future. But I actually was in the service industry, the restaurant industry, going all the way back to when I was 14.
Now it's kind of working.
Tables, all that stuff, waited tables. I was behind the line, blah, blah, blah. I did it all, but I spent most of my time behind the bar. Also, I'm coming at this from a cocktail bartender's point of view, but I do think that the things that I'm going to tell you.
So lots of cuts. One thing is lots of cuts.
Situations, which leads me right into number one. Read the room. What I mean is have an idea of what kind of bar you're in. There are a lot of different kinds of bars. So you've got your craft cocktail bars, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's where you're going to go for a nice cocktail. But are you at the club? Are you at a dive bar? A total hole in the wall? Are you at a tiki bar? Are you at a brewery? Are you at a wine bar? Are you at an airport bar? I don't know. Are you at a supper club? That's another one. There are a gazillion different kinds of bars. They're all bars. You're going to order drinks at all of them.
Now this is clearly scripted.
If you go into a brewery and they only serve beer because maybe that's all that they are licensed to do, then you should probably drink beer. As opposed to
This is clearly scripted. I tend to come up with stuff off the top of my head.
People are drinking what they're
This is
serving.
clearly
Look at the back
scripted.
bar, and if it is, a bunch of whiskey, you're probably safe ordering some whiskey. Odds are you go into a cocktail bar, they're going to be able to make any obscure or classic cocktail that you can think of, depending on the bartender, of course. Or if you go into a place and it's fully stocked back bar, that's a good sign for cocktails. If they have pour spouts in them, that means they use them quite a bit, and they might get pretty busy. So they're pretty familiar with the bottles that are behind them. If they're all sealed up and those bottles are dusty, that means they don't really touch them. They're just for show. And if you want to taste the spirits that are in those bottles, you can just try it neat or on the rocks. That's a safe bet. Now, if you go into a dive bar, which is really a completely different experience. I love dive bars. I gotta say,
You don't like his voice.
all
Okay,
bars.
interesting.
Maybe not the club. I'm kind of outgrew the club personally, but a dive bar has got a lot of character. You go in there, it might be a little dirty, it might be a little gritty. I personally like a good dive bar with good people.
Jude thinks he's just filling
I don't
time
like
with
them
his
all.
talk.
When I go into those places, I usually drink a beer, and more specifically a bottled beer.
But he's bonding with
That's because
audiences
I
because
work behind
he's
bars, I
doing
know how it works.
so
You
much
have
better.
beer on tap, you have to clean those
Yes,
lines.
he's an
Sometimes
American.
these places, they don't necessarily care about cleaning the lines all that often. And I'm not saying that's everyone, but I have gone into a place where I know those lines were not clean.
I get
Now,
it.
when
You're
I go
saying
into a
that's
place
very
where
American.
it's questionable,
Okay, you know what?
it's
I might try a different video.
maybe a shot of whiskey, and then just sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience.
So go to one that's actually a cocktail. Let's just go his most popular videos. What are his most popular ones? How to make an old fashioned 5 years ago. Millions of views. Popular 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Okay, all these big videos for 3, 4, 5 years ago. 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So yeah, all his big videos are from 3, 4, 5 years ago. Here we go. 1 year ago, Guide to Scotch Whiskey. But yeah, look at, we're going through his top videos and they're all 3, 4, 5 years ago. Okay, let's just go for a recent video that's done latest. What's he doing now? One that's just making a cocktail. Paloma's got over 100,000 views. 4 cocktails. Let's just look at this. What's he like? This got over 100,000 views.
Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Anders Ericsson channel. Today we are making the Paloma, the national drink of Mexico. This is one that most of you already know about. I'm sure of it. But there are 2 ways to make this drink. Did you know that?
Hey, Justin, pick up your Melbourne keys.
honestly, I like both of them. So I'm making both ways here today. And we're just going to have fun with it because this is a super casual cocktail. There are more important decisions to make in your life. So stick around. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for more sips, tips, and recipes. And let's go make the Paloma to the bottom. The history. All right, the Paloma. What does it all mean, Anders? What does it mean? The Paloma translates to the dove. Like everything else, we don't know where it came from. Some people believe it was created by a famous bartender named Don Javier. Actually, his full name was Don Javier Delgado Corona, but they called him Don Javier. He passed away recently, 2020, I'd say. A major figure down in Tequila, the city of in Jalisco. Yeah. Anyway, some people say he created the drink, but when asked about it, he denied it. So I'm going to trust him and say he probably didn't make it. Now, what is the drink? If I were to break it down, I would say
Naked Fella. Fancy editing. I'm trying to watch. This is the most successful cocktail channel on YouTube at the moment.
And soda. So here's the deal. In the 1950s, a grapefruit soda called Squirt came to Mexico. 1955.
So
and as part of the marketing, to get things rolling, they said it's really refreshing.
the two things
tequila with Squirt.
I know different to mine. He clearly scripts the videos and does fancy editing. Strictly saying he may pay an editor. Like I say, I know his wife's a professional photographer who shoots the videos. Well edited, not doing the YouTube thing of zooming in and out of the shot randomly.
You can't just make Squirt with grapefruit and soda water.
I think it's like any time he had to pause in what he was saying, there's an edit. Because sometimes the shots are longer. Sometimes they're only like 5 seconds. And sometimes they're longer.
And both of them are very good. But to me,
which is kind of what I try to do as well. I don't think I do it as well as this. So that's really close. Like his hands are just there.
And we can pick a favorite if we want. But I'm going to tell you, I probably don't have a favorite. They're just two different kinds of Palomas. So now the moves. I'm going to throw two recipes at you. Paloma 1 is going to be made with a grapefruit soda, i.e. Squirt. And Paloma 2 will be made with fresh grapefruit juice. So to make
I'm going to go back here and actually just stop. How often does he upload videos? 5 days. Yeah, he only does one full-length video a week. How often does he do shorts? Because I don't watch people's shorts. He doesn't do shorts. That's very interesting. So he's just doing one video a week and no shorts. That's really interesting. Anyway, so what do I learn from Anders? Script your videos and do some cuts. I do those cuts, yeah, wide, tight, wide. I do that because my camera is enough resolution that I can do the zip in cuts. Like if often on YouTube you see them doing zooms in and out because they know shot standing still for ages, thinks it adds life. Yeah, I tend to sometimes I'll talk for a very long time with no edits, but there'll be breaths and whatnot. So I'll cut when there's a breath and try not to have one thing that goes like for more than 20 seconds. Snake fella, if you do it at natural points, but often nothing motivating the zooms. Yeah. I tend not to do the zooms. I just do cuts. So chapter titles. And I do not, that's a good point, Strictly Sega. I don't use titles. A visual that tells, and even on shorts, people do fucking text transcriptions on shorts, and I don't bother to do that. Maybe I should. I don't know how much value there is in shorts. Like shorts don't convert to subscribers, and that's how you get ahead on YouTube with subscriber counts and whatnot. You think the titles look more pro? That's a good insight, Strictly Sega. Thank you. Safa, I did actually have 2 cocktails tonight, 2 pre-made ones. I love Juzzy's living the whole life. He's in Melbourne, waiting for his keys. He's in a hotel, ordered dinner and a cocktail to his room, living the high life. Yes, Strixie, good titles. I may go and rewatch some Anders videos and think about that. Jude, some people subsist almost entirely on short vids. Depends on the genre of content. Yeah. I'm like, Safra asked me a bit earlier if I'm jealous. I'm not jealous so much, but I look at stuff and I go like, okay, everything about this video is worse than my videos. The editing, the presentation, the way they talk, everything about it is objectively worse than what I do, but they're getting more views than me. What the fuck is that about? Whereas Anders is just like very slick and everything, and that's why he's getting more views. So I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel jealous of these other ones. I kind of feel bad as like, okay, everything about this video is objectively worse than my videos. So why is it getting more views? So YouTube just hates me. I don't know. Yeah, and Strictly Sega, the tight, wide, good for ADHD. I need to freaking. And here's the thing: is like I feel like I could just make anything up with it, and I could just completely change how I do it. Maybe I should. I think an answer is I definitely need to script the videos, which I do sometimes, but rarely. And I probably do like just do one long form video a week and have it scripted, and 1 or 2 shorts a week. As it is, I was doing a video every second day, so 3 or 4 videos a week. But I could say like do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. Naked Fella, got to do the video. Yes, and that is for me exactly. Naked Fella, I always do what I want to do, something that I enjoy doing, and so I can just keep doing it. I have to admit, a big part of my thing with this cocktail channel is I was working on being last man standing because I just enjoy making them and can keep doing them forever when other people give up. So Jesse drove to Melbourne, left your car outside a real estate agent, took an Uber to the hotel. Okay. Dude, your video content could never be a no. Yeah, no. You do those recreations of historical things art-wise. Yeah, Naked Fella is an excellent point. I should definitely take more time to do the videos I do. I've got a tendency to sort of fly by the seat of my pants, and I should stop doing that. And step 1 would be scripting the videos. I think because also most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, when I make a video for a cocktail, it's the first time I'm tasting the cocktail. So I feel like I should actually use these streams to refine the cocktail recipes. And yes, Strictly Sega, also, I don't want to suck the fun out of it. I need to do what I want to do. But the long form ones, at least, I think I should definitely script, do a theme. Yeah, but I mean, even, okay, like for my channel, the ones that have done at least a little bit better, because I was thinking like play to my strengths. And the ones I've done recently, the ones that have done a little better, A little bit like my eggnog video. So like theme videos. There's another one that did at least a little bit better than all these shitty view counts. Scrolling back. God, lucky I enjoy doing this because I'm getting fuck all views. Yeah, clarified one did a bit better than average. Did much better with one where I tried to cash in on Steve the bartender's name. My quadrant video, which was my cocktail of the year, did better than average. So that was nice. Exploring bitters. My apple whiskey liqueur. Yeah, so some of my experimenty ones do actually do better. But also I just kind of think like YouTube fucking hates me. It's very hard to not think that YouTube fucking hates me. Okay, so my best cocktail of the year last year did reasonably well. I think I just need to lean into my clarification and clear ice stuff. So Stricky say you like the theme Wanga Fat Wednesday, TFU Friday. That is a good idea. Get people who, because I used to do Milk Punch Monday. I kind of like Thirsty Thursday. Something for the weekend. But I think I should only do one full length video a week. Oh, Justin, you put a picture on Discord. On general. Where is it? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's a class hotel room. I'll share that with everyone. Are you on le Discord? This Jazzy's hotel room. Is that your laptop on there? I don't know what's happening there. Oh yes, ensuite. Little chaise lounge over there. Nice. Nice bathroom. Oh, that's your food. Yep, nice. Nice food and cocktail delivery. Honestly, bit jealous of you there, Jazz. Nicely. Nice setup. You can ask me. Ask ChatGPT for more title selections. Short vid on Wednesday, long vid for... Yeah, I think it's like a long vid for the weekend. And as most of my audience is in America, I think I want to show up on Thursday night. Should be Friday morning Australian time. Dude, YouTube's looking for creators with high commercial value. Very hard to get in the same bracket. Oh yeah, no, it's the whole fucking thing. I love that. It's really saying a midweek meltdown. I don't think a short has to have a theme. Just do a short, like maybe put a short out on a Monday and a long form one to appear in America on Thursday night. So something for the weekend and be Friday morning Australian time. Jazzy, you wouldn't normally book a hotel like this. Didn't know what to do. Getting in, you need 24-hour reception. Fair call. Looks nice. Treat yourself, man. That's what I say. Wet your beak Wednesday. Wasted Wednesdays. I love the trio. Saturday spirits. I think you just call it Thirsty Thursday. Sunday shorts. Thinking like laundry, Jude. The thing is, I think the successful channels only do one long form video a week. So I think it's like get people used to on this day, the long form video will come out. And I'm leaning towards Thirsty Thursday, a little something for the weekend. Have you ever, okay, we'll throw that out. Has anyone ever heard that phrase of a little something for the weekend? That actually dates back to gentlemen used to go to a barber once a week to keep their hair the same length. And the barber would actually have a little bowl which had condoms in it. And because it was like embarrassing or taboo to go out and purchase condoms, and the barber would have basically a bowl of condoms and just go, a little something for the weekend, sir. Justin, would I monetize my cocktail channel? I would not rush to monetize my cocktail channel, as I have said several times, and I mean this sincerely. What I really want out of my cocktail channel is for people to give me free shit. Dude, no, I kind of predictable schedule. Could never promise a video. Yeah, it's tough. Should say a cheeky pre-weekend energy. The sodded, I'll pour one vibe. Thirsty Thursday. The excuse you were looking for. Thirsty Thursday. How to pretend you deserve it. Dude, these are all really fucking good. Please save these and like send them to me on Discord or something. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Those are all really, oh my God. Those are all really good titles. Nice shit talk AI. Holy shit, these are some really good ideas. I'm thinking Thirsty Thursday for the long form. I hate that ChatGPT is coming up with really good ideas, because they are. And I need to take some time to think this through. Jude Maris, you remembered the drink Blackadder's Bowel Basher. Well, we're on the internet. Let's have a look. What comes up if we search Blackadder's Bowel Basher? That auto-completed, actually. Blackadder's Bowel Basher, incredibly strong ale. So it's a beer. It's Blackadder's Bowel Basher. Guaranteed to knock the backside of a concrete elephant. Except Baldric brings in water. Okay, so it's nothing but a strong ale. Okay. So should we say you had to give ChatGPT a lot of prompting to get it on the right things? It's like chatting to someone, trying to manipulate them to think on the same page as you. Nice. But honestly, there were some good ideas there. I need to think on it some more. Maybe this week, because I'm a couple of months ahead with posting videos, so I don't need to rush anything. Oh my god! Sorry, Shuki say sharing all these Chat GPT prompts with me. God, there are some good ones. Another page of ideas. I need to save them. Probably tomorrow. I'll save them to a notebook or something. I need to think more about my persona as well. So I kind of think my persona on the Cocktail Channel is a bit uptight, and I think I could script it so I could do a different sort of persona. That was interesting. Yes, Justin. I'm sure I talked about that on a stream. Prince Andrew is now just Andrew Windsor or Andrew Mountbatten Windsor because he's such a dodgy fucker. She say, I'm really appreciating you sending me all these things. I need to spend a bit of time on that. Jude, I thought Andrew was getting kicked out of his castle as well. No titles. It's just like, oh. What is going on there, basically? We're down to the last 15 minutes. All this talk has helped me. Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, the day your liver's been training for all week. And YouTube tells me literally 100% of the audience for my Cocktail Channel is male. So I was like, welcome to the sausage fest. These are those ChatGPT ones as well, or are they yours? Welcome to Thirsty Thursday, where self-control takes the night off. All right, I'm fucking getting into this. So, Jude, the defunct prince will be shipped off to Sandringham, a matchbox to live in. You sure? ChatGPT needs some pushing. Come up with some. Seriously, it's coming up with some fucking good stuff. I think maybe I'm actually reasonably busy. I skive off work and think of this, but I'm actually reasonably busy at work these 3 days. I'm in at work this week. But the weekend, although Saturday, I'm helping young Mr. Angry move. So I'm going to be kind of occupied on Saturday. Maybe on Sunday. Maybe I can have a chill out on Sunday and work through these things. What helps is when you give a good idea and say, yeah, I like that one. Can I have more like that one? Yeah. Doesn't you think Andrew is a good argument for a break? I think Chuckles is. I think just the insanity of the existence of the royal family is fucking argument for a republic. But that's me. Sorry, no, he's moving back in here for a while till he finds a place. Because he and his pals didn't find anywhere. So I said, well, you know, so he's not going to, this is his old bedroom. He's not going to sleep in here. He's going to sleep in the other empty room. So he's going to be here for a little while till he finds somewhere. I offered because I didn't want him to stress out. Just imagine if Andrew's firstborn son was king. Well, if he was firstborn, he might have been more circumspect. Because once Chuckles started having kids, Andrew moved so far down the line of succession. Like, until Chuckles had kids, Andrew's was second in line, I think. But once Chuckles started having kids, and then his kids had kids, like, I don't know how, like, he's been removed from the line of succession altogether. But let's say he hadn't been removed from the line of succession. I think he's like down to about 10th in line. Strictly Sega, you're working on, I think we could have different cash. You've come up with some great ones. If it tastes good, I'm a genius. If it doesn't, you measured wrong. But I also do think I'm going to use these streams to improve recipes. So, you know, only doing a couple of vids a week. Stuff was Andrew and Harry similar? No, I'm not aware of Harry doing any of the bullshit Andrew's done over the course of his life. All his catchphrases, strictly like, if it's drinkable, I'll take credit. If not, it's a you issue. Justin, you reckon he's still officially in the line of succession? I thought Chuckles removed. Again, not an expert in this, but I actually thought Chuckles removed him from the line of succession. If it tastes good, tell everyone I taught you. If it doesn't, tell no one. You know what that reminds me of? It's from Sandman, with one of the characters doing a character doing a magic act and then saying to the audience, if you like the show, tell your friends. If you hated the show, I hope you get throat cancer and die before you can talk to anyone. You like me saying them out loud? I'll say them out loud, definitely. Justin, you're saying it takes legislation to change the line of succession. Oh well, Andrew's so far down the list. Like I think he must be down to 10th by now. Because now it goes Charles, then William, then William's kids. Although I think Harry literally did dip out, but if Harry hadn't literally dipped out, then it's him, then it's his kids. It's complicated and stupid. It's very, very stupid. the whole royal line of succession. It's stupid. Dude, you think the ghost of George IV possessed menfolk of the royal family, led them hedonistic lifestyles? I mean, maybe it's just generations of fuckery. Well, just stop buying vodka, start growing taste buds. I have a simpler version of that. Vodka is bullshit. Real more men leisure. Legend typo. I have to admit, I'm a measure guy. I think eyeballing's a mistake, but I appreciate the spirit of that. Suggestion. Okay, you're on top of it. Harry's still in the line of succession. So are his kids. Okay. If your cocktail has vodka in it, we can't be friends. Okay. It's always funny because I always shit talk vodka, but with a great big asterisk. If all the flavor is coming from the other ingredients and you've gone to a lot of trouble with the other ingredients, I can excuse the fact you use vodka because in this case, the spirit's not the flavor star. But it comes back to what I say. Vodka is an alcohol delivery system. If all the flavor is coming from the other components and you've gone to a lot of trouble to get that, use vodka. Dude, when there's no one left in the royal succession, Parliament just appoints someone. That is true. And there are all sorts of protocols and whatnot around that. As portrayed in the film King Ralph. What a hoot that film is, honestly. Trying to come up with different lines of aristocracy, including illegitimate offspring of the king. If something tragic happened to Wolsey's family, UK'd end up with American monarch. Yeah, well, I guess so. Which, again, plot of King Ralph. I like that one. Say, friends don't let friends drink vodka. I think I used to say in the old videos, like, life's too short to drink boring cocktails. Yes, Justin, you raise a good point about so would we. I find it a terrible affront, absolutely disgusting that we have a foreign monarch as our constitutional head of state. It's fucking bullshit. Ooh, Tricky say, yeah, that is a killer brutal line. Vodka, the beige cardigan of booze. Yes, the way the royal family is now, just to say, we're on the knife of a very awkward situation. Drink say vodka when you want your drink to taste like nothing and regret. Okay, one place I go to where they had a really good bartender. He's not there anymore, but it's still good. But this guy who was very good, I was having a conversation with him because I was really getting into his cocktails and he was very adventurous. And he told me one time someone asked for a vodka old-fashioned and he refused to do it. He's just going like, that will just be shit. That's just ethanol and sugar. No. And the person's going, oh, why not? And going, I'm not going to make it because it will be a bad drink. And then you will drink it and go, this is a bad drink. And so I am not going to make it. Does make me want to make a vodka old-fashioned, though, to see what it tastes like. Oh, God. You're coming up with getting ChatGPT to do all the vodka slams. So, yeah, every vodka drink is just a cocktail holding pattern until you discover rum. If you love vodka, that's okay. We all started somewhere. Vodka's alcohol in witness protection. Nice. I do love, Kirsten came up with one without ChatGPT, was vodka is the sad story of what could have been gin if it tried harder. The only good vodka is the one that stays on the shelf. These are all really good lines, quite honestly. I appreciate them. Might leave that. So we're going to gear up for party night tomorrow night. We'll see if I've been motivated to write a script for something. I may or may not do that. I feel like I need to do more of my personality, which I can do if I script the videos. If I don't script them, I've got too much pressure. I feel too much pressure to say something that people can understand. I'm worried people can't understand an Australian accent. Maybe I could lean into that and talk in an unintelligible Australian accent. All right, mate, you get the rum, you're gonna pour it in there, you're gonna put some lemon juice in there, just get it, shake it. Go shake it good enough. Try and be Crocodile Dundee. Good. All these vodka slams. Vodka's not neutral, it's nihilist. If you can't taste your spirit, congratulations, you're drinking vodka. I love all these vodka slams. Vodka is tequila that's afraid of commitment. That's pretty good. Vodka's whiskey before puberty. Nice. So, Jude, could just be your ears, but it came across as crisp and clear. I don't know. Like I get really into like one of the many sad aspects of AZ dying is he was coming up with some really funny, out there, left field ideas for cocktail videos, like, with character-based stuff like we used to always do, but we never got around to making them, which is a little bit sad. But I need to put a bit of thought into putting some character and personality. Because I did do those experiments a couple of years ago where I kind of made stuff look like cartoons and I was playing multiple characters in them, bartender and customer, sports commentators, commenting on me making cocktails like it was sports events. They never really took off and they were a lot of work to do. So I stopped doing them. Jude, you ran into folks who can't interpret accents, original ones. Yeah, it is. Some people are extremely thrown by accents. FW, happy birthday, by the way, if Facebook is telling me the truth. Listening through YouTube hasn't been letting you send any text. Oh. Weird. That is, YouTube is super weird. It's stopping you from sending massages. Oh, God, that's harsh. Vodka's Blockbuster Video in a bottle. But people loved Blockbuster Video. I suppose some people love vodka too. Very weird. Very strange stuff. How big are the ice bits in here? Put a little ice bit. It's too big. Maybe this bit. I'll put that in there. Give Mrs. Angry a bit of flavour for her hot chocolate in the morning. Thanks. You spent the Arvo cooking Indian for dinner. Nice. I do always appreciate when you share food things. So a little splash of that. Sleepy Bobos. Yes, we'd be ready for party night. I may or may not be making a video on the stream. I may still be spending more time thinking. We shall see. But I'm going to do barrel-aged spiked cider, definitely. Yeah, I got to get my sourdough tomorrow. So I'm going to get some cider. Oh God, I love these cherries so fucking much. They're so yummy. Kelsey, just in time to say hello. Yeah. I said it in Streaky Sega. Vodka's the hangover version of Blockbuster late fee. Small mistake. Small mistake, big punishment. I like that. Thanks, Kelsey. Glad you like that. I've got one backup left. There's I don't know, half a dozen cherries left in that. So I'll want to get a backup cherry jar soon. We shall see. Anyway, I am going to go sleepy bobos now. So I thank you, fine and funky folk, for joining me. Streaky say you want to keep running the same script. It's been really good. Cherry brandy cherries are the way to go, Earth W. These ones, these are my favorite. They're not the most expensive. They're not the cheapest, but they're not the most expensive. But I really fucking like them. Luxardo maraschino cherries. They're so good. See you all tomorrow for party night. If you're here for it, we shall see. But bye for now. Bye.
You are totally fucked!